doesn't last all morning. A cloudburst doesn't last all day.
Good morning, this is Deborah and Nana, and welcome to this edition of Morning Musings. It's been a while since I've made one because I got super sick. My granddaughter came in town, and which was wonderful. I haven't seen her in a long time, with my son and his fiance. It was so great, and she got a virus, and so I thought I picked up her virus when she left, but then that turned into this raging sinus infection. And I went into this place of anxiousness and restlessness because I was behind in my work, and I was like, I can't be sick now. So I was struggling with this battle inside of me of, I need to rest, but I've got to work. And as I was laying there, meditating on what is the meaning of this, a story came up for me that I want to share with you, that was shared to me by Angelus Arian in one of our mentoring sessions when I was struggling in this same way between, actually feeling, kind of relieved that I could lay there and rest, and on the other hand, feeling anxious and discouraged and that I, couldn't work. So this is an old Sufi story about a king who also struggled between happiness and despondency. Even the littlest thing would get him upset, and his happiness would leave and he would go into despair. And after a while, he just got sick of himself, and he decided he needed to do something about it. And so when he asked around the kingdom, he heard of this wise man that was said to be enlightened, and he called for him and asked him to come. So the wise man came, and he told him, he said, I want to be like you. Okay, is there anything you can give me that would bring me peace and balance in my life? And the wise man said, yes, there would be. And the king said, I'll pay you whatever it costs. And the wise man said, well, what it is that I will give you is more valuable than your whole kingdom. So I will just give it to you as a gift, as long as you promise to honor it. And the king said, I promise. So the wise man said, well, I'll come back in about 3 weeks. So he left, and in 3 weeks he returned. And when he returned, he came with this beautiful, he was holding something under a red silk cloth. And it was a box. He brought this box in and set it down on the table. And the king took the red silk cloth off, and it was this beautiful jade carved box. And he stared at it for a while, and the wise man said, well, open it. So he opened the box, and in there was just a simple gold ring. And he took the ring out, and the wise man said, read what's inscribed inside the ring. So on the inner rim of the ring, the phrase was inscribed, this too shall pass. And the wise man said to him, any time that you become anxious and become ready to judge whether something is good or bad or right or wrong, I want you to touch this ring, and I want you to remember what it says, and that will bring you the peace and balance that you're looking for. And when Angelus shared this story with me, immediately, this was for a different situation, but immediately I just felt this release of all this tension around a situation that I had no control over. And what this story teaches us is the transience of all things, that everything changes. And once we really take that in and choose to live from that, we become more detached. And to be detached doesn't mean that you don't enjoy all of the good things that life brings, that you don't feel stress for the bad things that come if there is a good and bad, but it's more that you're not so connected and you're not so mired down in those situations that they have such a big hold on you. And one exercise that I do a lot is when I feel myself caught up, overwhelmed, if you will, consumed by my life situations, as if I was in a maze. It feels like I'm in a maze, like a rat, and I'm just running around, and all I can see are these walls that are blocking my view to any meaning or peace or happiness in the situation. I imagine that I can jump on the back of a hawk and fly up high above my life and get a bird's eye view of what it is that I'm experiencing. And just to lift yourself up in an imaginary way from the heaviness of the situation at hand, and to look where you've come from and where you're going, and to see, look for the meaning, and also the flow of life. There's cycles going on all the time. So I send you lots of love and blessings. I hope you all are well, and I look forward to talking to you next month.